This is Scott Becker with the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast. Today's discussion is around focus and passion. So here's the two concepts. The concept is, so many of us in business and in life end up with so many different focuses that it's like the old adage, you have too many priorities, you actually have no priorities. So one of the constant efforts in life and in business and whatever you do, whether you run a team, whether you're growing a business, whatever you're doing, is the idea of setting a few core priorities and bringing passion to those. If you have priorities without passion, very hard to really have success. If you've got passion without priorities, also very hard to have success. Though I guess if I had one or the other, I'd take the passion without priorities just to run through life with enthusiasm and accomplish what you can. But the real combination is some amount of constant focus and sharpening that focus and clarity. Here are the big priorities right now. Here's what we're trying to accomplish. And that can't be too long a list, or you're almost certainly likely to dilute all your efforts and end up with B's on everything versus really excelling. So the first concept is always focusing and sharpening priorities. The second concept is finding real passion and excitement for those priorities. And for me, it's trying to do so without a tremendous amount of caffeine intake day to day. Sometimes that passion for those priorities comes very naturally. Other times it's just a war to find, but that constant focus on focusing on one's priorities, really defining those top two or three priorities, and then working on bringing passion and motivation to those is I think the real concept that we aim for and need to aim for. And it is a constant effort to try and bring oneself back to, here are the top priorities currently. Here's what we're working on this month, the next couple of months, and just those versus being all over the board. Thank you so much for listening to the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast. I know this is short. We hope it resonates with somebody. Thank you so much for listening. And thank you to our producer, Chanel Bunger. Literally could not do this without her. Just fantastic to work with. Fantastic intelligence, responsiveness, best attitude ever. Love working with her. Thank you, Chanel, very much for all that you do. And thank you all for listening to the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast. Thank you.